Foden. Foden makes it 2-1 for Manchester City. And it's been coming. It's been coming. The kid from Stockport does it again against Man United. Does it again against Man United. His scoring record against United is looking spooky these days. And guys, I can't lie. I'm disappointed, but I'm not really shocked. I'm not really shocked. You can only defend against individual quality players of this caliber for so long, bro. It's a lapse in concentration by United, but can you really blame them? They've defended for 90 minutes, bro. At the end of the day, quality tells. One lapse in concentration. Casemiro doesn't track Foden. Lindelof maybe can be a little stronger in his tackle, but that just shows you a top-class player right there. Phil Foden has potentially just won the derby for Manchester City. He's potentially just won the derby for Manchester City. That's brilliant from him. How am I feeling? I'm feeling disappointed, but I'm not really feeling shocked. I would have snatched your hand off for a draw. Obviously, I'd be over the moon of a win. But Manchester City are a better team, and Manchester City have better players. At the end of the day, individual quality will always tell. The best game plan, you can execute a game plan. United defensively today have executed their game plan defensively as well as you really can, right? There's not much they can do differently. But when you have players of this caliber, all you can do is pray. Omari Forson is on the pitch now. And no disrespect to Omari Forson, but this is really the levels that we're looking at right now. Manchester City are able to bring on Alvarez. Man United are bringing on Omari Forson and Antony. No disrespect to Omari Forson. Right? He's an academy graduate. He's young. He really shouldn't be being thrown into these situations. But that just kind of sums up the two teams, not even for the current moment, for the last 10 years. It's a sad representation of where both teams are, and we can only hope that Ineos, with the right investment and with the right recruitment, can one day get United back to where they belong. But at the current moment, with this group of players and this current manager, all you can do is pray. Let's be realistic. Getting a point from this game really don't do nothing for us. Like, we can hope if we get a win. If we get a win, then okay. That's the game out of City out of the way. Then Spurs and Aston Villa have to play. Then we can hope a little bit. But, bro, if we were already 11 points behind anyways, 11 versus 10, we're still in trouble. Anyways, let's be honest, guys. United this year, they don't deserve top 4. They don't deserve top 4. We can all hope as fans that they get top 4, but if we're going off the basis of merit here, United are a million miles off being a top 4 team this year. The stats say it, the eye test says it, the results say it. Antony takes these strides, man, but he actually doesn't gain any distance on his defender, bro. Wow. What a sorry excuse for a player, man. Honestly. Ineos, save my life and please get rid of this guy. Please get rid of this guy. Jesus Christ, bro. Honestly, even like the attacks, they just look so disjointed. There's no actual like cohesive attacking plan from United. It's really just win the ball and kind of just hope and pray. Do these guys know, by the way, it's the 90th minute and you don't get anything for losing the game? Derbies in the past, you would see United, even if they're losing, commit numbers forward, press more aggressively, leave some space in behind, take the risk. Losing 3-1, losing 2-1 doesn't make a difference, but United looks defeated already, bro. Man United do not look like they think they can win this game. Casemiro, awful pass to Amrabat. Amrabat loses it to Haaland. Haaland to finish the game, and that's game over. It's game over. This has been a pathetic last few minutes for United. I can't lie, I thought that was offside, but that's a pathetic few minutes from United. Jesus, a lot of these guys, these last few minutes should be ashamed of themselves. The heads have gone down, the intensity levels have dropped. I'll say it again. In previous derbies, we've been the worst team, no doubt about it. But even down in the last few minutes, I even remember the FA Cup final last year. There was still a bit of desire in the last few minutes to leave space in behind, commit numbers, and try and chase an equalizer. United have played these last few minutes like it's damage limitation. That's a shit ball from Casemiro. That's poor from Amrabat. And that's awful from United defensively. It's awful. That's the easiest score. That's the easiest goal City will score all season. That's awful, bro. 8 minutes should have been motivation. I'm sure a lot of these guys saw 8 minutes and thought, oh man, we got to play 8 more minutes of this. Get me home. Get me to the locker room. And I'm sure you guys might be thinking, oh, football players don't think like that. Don't kid yourself. Don't kid yourself, man. That's embarrassing. Honestly, I haven't minded United's performance today. Given like how I feel about this team and the manager, I thought they did okay. But these last few minutes, that's an embarrassment. That's an embarrassment. There's a lot of players that should be looking at themselves differently after those last few minutes. That's awful. At least have a little bit of pride and self-respect for your performance. Amrabat was supposed to save United. Jesus Christ, man. Straight back to Fiorentina. I'll tell you that right now for free. We're getting match comps for Amrabat because of a few nice passes sideways. Unbelievable. One of the most bang average players I've ever seen play for Man United. Does Man United have no shame? Do these players have no shame? Commit some numbers. Press. You have nothing to lose. It's 3-1. Who would I keep from this United team? Someone asks me. I'd keep Kobbie Mainoo. I'd keep Rasmus Højlund. I'd keep Andre Onana. I'd keep Lisandro Martinez. I'd keep Diogo Dallo. I'd keep Alejandro Garnacho. And then the rest of them, to be honest with you, I'm not saying I would or wouldn't keep them, but if offers came in for them tomorrow, if the club chose to sell them, I wouldn't really blink. I think those guys I'd like to see United build with and kind of construct the next, hopefully great United team with that core. The rest of them, bro, I don't care what these tacticals tell you on Twitter. I don't care what these journalists tell you on Twitter. I don't care what these big accounts tell you on Twitter. A lot of them are bang average and overrated, man. I'll be real, man. You can throw me all the statistics. You can throw me all the advanced analytics. You can throw me all the graphs. You can tell me all of the things that they've done in the last few years. A lot of them are bang average and overrated, man. Jesus. And it comes with the territory, right? Because when you have a fan base as big as Man United's fan base, everyone's going to have their say. Everyone's going to want to have their word. Some players are going to have huge fan bases. Some players are going to have not so huge fan bases. But, bro, most of these players do not deserve your hard-earned energy and time defending them like the way you do on Twitter. What did I tell you, by the way? Why did he bring on Antony, man? Honestly, this guy is so bad in every facet of the game. It's not like he has one redeeming factor that in a game like this you want to bring him on for. He doesn't have breakneck pace in behind in transition. He's not going to hold up the ball for you. He's not going to keep the ball well in possession. He's not going to be able to dribble players. There's no actual use for Antony in a game like this. And you guys might think I'm hating right now. I've been saying this from the start, and I'm being proven correct every single game he plays. There's no actual use when the guy plays. It's like playing with 10. I'm sorry, but Antony hugging Foden is mad. You guys are rivals. This is not a rivalry. They always kick our ass, bro. This is not a rivalry. They always kick our ass. Wow, Jesus Christ, man. 80 minutes of performance that I was like actually okay, content with is just all out the window. These last 15 minutes are a fucking disgrace, bro. Excuse my language, they're a disgrace. Should have tried Ahmad, to be fair, but Ahmad also had a poor 30 minutes against Forest. Antony has had a poor 2 years. He's had a poor 2 seasons. Honestly, full time here at the Etihad. Manchester City win 3-1. Liverpool fans and Arsenal fans are disappointed. Man United fans, I don't even know what you can feel at this point, bro. This team gives you maybe a little semblance of hope, a little semblance that, okay, you can be proud of them, and then in these last 15 minutes, just snatch it away from you. That's so embarrassing, man. Honestly, those last 15 minutes, forget about even the Foden goal. Because like I said, I told you, I'm not mad. The Foden goal is a moment of class, both of them. But these last 15 minutes, it's how you react when you get punched in the face. They always say it in boxing matches, right? It's not about can you avoid being punched, because inevitably you're going to get punched, especially by opposition of this manner. But when you fall, how do you get up and react? And this United team consistently shows you. I got cooked for saying it against Copenhagen, but honestly, what do you guys know? Seriously, if you guys can't tell who this team is at this point after watching them for so many years, this group of players, you don't know who they are after watching them for so many years, bro, there's no helping you guys. This team consistently shows you that when faced with adversity, see you later, man. See you later. And I'm not mad about it because it's the opposition, but I'm mad about the way they react to adversity, bro. It's piss poor. Take the positive. This just helps Ten Hag get sacked. Ten Hag will get sacked anyways, bro, whether you want to or not. But today, I can't really blame Ten Hag, bro. Maybe his substitutions are a bit poor, but even the bench is crap. These players today, man, honestly, like 15 minutes left. And this is the kind of mentality that you show us. Or am I mad or just? I'm not disappointed. I'm telling you, I wasn't disappointed. I expected to lose, but there's a manner in which you lose, bro. The last 15 minutes has actually pissed me off. Man United go over to clap the away fans, who I'll say it time and time again, do not deserve this. The best traveling fans in the Premier League. Their away support is always second to none, but unfortunately, the team they support is almost always the worst team. Almost always the disappointing one. Foden, bigger conversations needed on him. He's the match winner for City today. All the people consistently saying that this guy doesn't show up when his team actually needs to win a game. They always say he scores the third or fourth goal. Shows you again that he's the match winner for City this year, right? We can talk about the De Bruynes, you can talk about the Haalands, but he, alongside probably Rodri, have been City's 2 consistent, from front to back, standout performers this year. And you can listen to all the Twitter chat, you can listen to all the tacticals on Twitter who talk to you about intangibles and talk to you about this or talk to you about that. But guys, we're looking at one of the best players in the world when it comes to Phil Foden. I'm not trying to glaze City too hard right here. I'm a Man United fan. I'm not happy about the result. I'm not happy to be gassing up this guy. But Phil Foden is absolutely ridiculous. At this point, if you're still fighting it, you're too caught up on the internet. You're too caught up on the internet. Is top 4 still alive? Mathematically, yes. Realistically, I do not have any hope that Man United will finish in the top 4. And to be honest with you, I might sound like a bad fan, but there's a small part of me that actually hopes we don't get it. Because this team doesn't deserve it, bro. This manager doesn't deserve it. The players don't deserve it. What's the point? It'll be nice in terms of, if we have a complete squad overhaul and we get a new manager and we enter the competition next year, okay, It's a new lease of life. But this group of players and this manager, based on this season, don't deserve top 4. I hope we win our games. I never hope United lose a game. But there is a small part of me that almost hopes, like, United don't deserve to be bailed out this year. They don't. There are better teams than us this season. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying, right? I'm not trying to say I hope United lose games and they don't make the top 4. But there is a small part of me that feels we don't deserve it, so why should we be in it? And what's the point of even being in it if we're just going to get smacked around and humiliated like we were this season? I hope you guys can understand where I'm coming from. Who would you want to replace Erik ten Hag with? I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I don't really know enough about Amorim. I'm not going to be one of these guys, people that just come onto this platform and bullshit you about managers that you see twice a season. I'm never going to be that guy. I haven't watched enough of Ruben Amorim's Sporting Lisbon, especially not recently. I'm not 100% sure. De Zerbi, I have massive question marks. I think I have question marks over any potential candidate United could bring in. Tuchel, I would have question marks over. Who even really is there? The reason why I wanted Ten Hag was because of the way he played at Ajax. I feel in the Prem he has been tactically out of his depth. I completely agree. I was a big advocate for hiring Ten Hag, and I've been left an egg on my face because I think he's completely failed in terms of transferring over his tactical ideas to the Premier League. I think he's completely failed. How is he going to apply his philosophy when these guys stink? Any manager comes in and struggles to play their style. Josh, Erik ten Hag has spent over £400 million in 4 windows. So after £400 million spent on 4 windows, you're still complaining about the squad? Maybe look at the guy who's been entrusted with the funds. And also, we know with Ten Hag, it's been his signings, right? It's not like under Van Gaal where it was board signings. A lot of these guys, quite frankly, are Erik ten Hag signings. The £100 million fraud that he brings down in the second half, that's his marquee signing. I don't know how you guys watch Antony week in, week out. As a Liverpool fan, hate watching that guy. Bro, go check the receipts. I've been on Antony's case from the beginning, and I was cooked for it. I was saying, you're a negative United fan. You don't know ball. Give him time to adapt. Quality is not hard to identify, guys, okay? Transitioning it and making it consistent in a new league, I understand, but the initial quality has to be there. That's why, for me, I'm not too harsh on Doku. I understand he's struggling at the moment, but I think his physical and technical tools can eventually adapt successfully to the league. Antony, he can be here for another 10 years. He's not going to suddenly gain some burst and explosion. He's not going to suddenly bulk up. He's not going to suddenly develop a right foot. His flaws are inherent and they're fundamental flaws.